Let's jump right in. Today, we are taking a journey. And no, not across the ocean, not to the moon, and honestly, not even to the next galaxy over. We're talking about traveling to the ultimate absolute edge of the universe. It sounds completely mysterious, right? Practically impossible for sure. But by breaking down the source material today in this explainer, we're going to explore what that totally impossible journey would actually look like.
I want you to ask yourself this directly, right now. What if we actually did it? What if we reached the absolute end of the universe? Imagine we built a ship capable of outrunning everything, pushing past every known boundary, and we just kept going until there was literally nowhere left to go. We're about to launch our minds into the deepest, darkest unknown imaginable. Are you ready?
Section 1. The Great Cosmic Mystery. Okay, let's dive into this and define exactly what world we are leaving behind.
Before we can go to the edge, we have to know what we're actually traversing. The universe is everything we know that exists. That includes all those beautifully swirling galaxies, every single star burning up there in the night sky, all the planets, yep, including ours, and the unimaginable amounts of vast, dark space in between. It's the entirety of our physical reality. It's absolutely crucial we're all on the same page here, because this is the grand, enormous container we're trying to break out of. But right away, we hit a massive roadblock. Is the universe infinite, or is it just extremely large? The truth is, scientists are still totally unsure. Despite all of our advanced tech, we just don't know if the universe actually has a physical end, like a giant wall or a massive drop-off, or if it just goes on and on forever. It's a staggering thought. If it's infinite, our journey literally never ends. But if it's just extremely large, well, there has to be an edge. And for this explainer, we're going to pretend we can actually chase that edge down.
Section 2. Surviving the Ultimate Journey. Now, let's look at the harsh realities of this trip. If we're going to do this, the survival challenges are, well, they're staggering. First off, the distances we have to cross are huge. We aren't talking about a few days or even years of travel. We're talking about distances so vast that human comprehension basically just breaks down. Then, out in the deep void between galaxies, there's a severe lack of oxygen and energy. How do we power our ship? How do we breathe when there's absolutely nothing around us to harvest? And finally, the ultimate enemy, running out of time. These physical problems make mere deep space survival an almost impossible task. So the crucial point is, the danger isn't just physical, it's mental. Travelers would face total psychological isolation. Imagine the profound effect on the human mind. You're further away from home than any living creature has ever been. You'd feel incredibly small, like a tiny speck drifting through a boundless void. And as the familiar lights of our galaxy fade out, you'd be consumed by the fear of endless darkness. Section 3. Reaching the Observable Edge. Let's move to this and see how it builds. All right, step 1, we leave our familiar galaxy, saying a final goodbye to the Milky Way. Step 2, we travel outward. But remember, based on scientific theory, we're traveling through an expanding universe. The very fabric of space is stretching as we fly, which means the finish line is literally constantly moving away from us. Step 3, we finally reach the edge of the observable universe. This is the boundary of our scientific reality, the absolute limit of what light has allowed us to see from Earth. We're standing right on the precipice of the truly unknown. So what would we actually see as we get further and further away from home? The visual contrast would be absolutely striking. There'd be fewer and fewer stars and galaxies. That bright, crowded neighborhood of our local space, it just gradually fades away. Next, you'd see expanding, dark, empty space taking over your entire field of view. And finally, as we hit that edge, we might see strange and unimaginable cosmic views. Things our human eyes and earthbound telescopes have never even conceptualized. It's a slow fade into nothingness. Section 4. What lies beyond the end? Let's get into the mind-bending physics here. What actually exists out there past the boundary? Is it just more empty space forever? Or could it be a completely different universe, meaning ours is just one tiny bubble in a massive cosmic foam? Maybe we'd encounter unknown mind-bending physics where the rules of gravity, time, and matter as we know them just stop working. Or, and this brings us back to our earlier scientific suspect, is there no true end at all? It's entirely possible that this absolute boundary simply doesn't exist, and the universe just folds back on itself or expands infinitely into forever. Section 5. The Ultimate Human Quest. Now, what's really interesting about this is why we even care.
It all boils down to a massive human balancing act. On one side, we have the advantages. If we push the boundaries, we gain incredible new discoveries and a vastly better understanding of space. It's the thrill of the unknown. That's the drive that's pushed humanity forward since the dawn of time. But on the exact opposite side, we have the dangers. We face extreme, life-threatening risks and total, terrifying uncertainty. So is the knowledge worth the terror? That's the core question of all deep space exploration.
Which brings us to this incredible final insight from our source material today. The universe is still one of the biggest mysteries, and humans may never fully understand its true size. Wow, that is a humbling statement. Despite our grandest thought experiments, despite mapping out the galaxies and theorizing about the very fabric of space, the cosmos remains wonderfully, and perhaps permanently, mysterious. It's an enigma that might just be too vast for our human minds to ever fully conquer.
And I'll leave you with this final thought to ponder. Will our endless curiosity ever be enough to truly conquer the dark edges of space? Will that deep-seated need to know what lies just over the next horizon ultimately push us out into the boundless dark? Or will the universe forever keep its ultimate secret? Thanks so much for joining me on this incredible journey in today's Explainer. Keep asking questions, keep looking up, and we'll see you next time.